I'm having a lot of fun, it's very different, from the past time I've been here and, the past staff. So I think we're just, having a lot of fun with, just getting everything together and situated. So, yeah.
What feels different about the wide receiver energy? Like a lot of you guys have come in the last couple of years. Like, now you're at the front of the wide receiver room. What's that like for you guys?
I feel like it's, it's a lot of fun, definitely being a receiver. There's a lot of guys in the room, so you just want to, make sure you're helping everybody and, just taking lead, So it's my second year, so yeah.
Talk about the things like you wish you kind of knew when going into your first camp. Now that you're in your second,
mm-hmm.
and what is that? Have you talked about that with Justice at all? Since he's kind of in a similar position now.
Yeah, definitely. So it just kind of for me it was just like the speed of the game and everything. So with him, he's getting. I feel like he's coming in well, but obviously there's always things that you can work on. So yeah, he's doing a good job though.
Dante said last week that he struggled with his confidence a little bit last year. Was that something that you dealt with at all?
I feel like for me it was a little different. I kind of I got some time to get my feet wet and get in the game a little bit. So I feel like I kind of just got used to it a little more. So I was actually pretty cool.
Dante also mentioned you guys were in the offseason to go to the gym quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
He added 6 to 7 pounds of muscle. How do you think that process helped you? And have you added any good weight this offseason?
Yeah, definitely. I've definitely added some weight. That's one of the things that I've worked on. I feel like it'll help my game a lot. So, we definitely did that over the offseason for sure.
How has that weight gain specifically helped your game?
It's helped my game a lot. Just with being like a kind of a smaller guy. Going up against bigger DBs, they can just use their strength or whatever the case is. So, just staying on like my red line or whatever the case is, it just helps with running routes.
What are you up to now, Troy?
Yeah.
What are you up to now, weight-wise?
180.
So you have a target weight in mind?
Yeah. In season, I would rather be like 190. So, yeah.
When the Skinnies moniker was such, you guys obviously really embraced that last year. But and going forward, you're talking about adding weight. Dante's adding weight. I'm sure Zaya probably is too.
Yeah.
What do you guys want to be known as now that you're going to have that many more opportunities? All right, it was a fun thing to say last year, but what do you actually want to be known as a group?
I mean, just pretty much as lethal receivers, I guess the Skinnies was just something like that got, tagged on us and we ran with it. But at the end of the day, we just want to be lethal receivers.
This is maybe a simple question, but how hard is it to gain weight at this level?
Nah, actually it is really hard. You gotta eat the right stuff. Make sure you're being consistent with everything. So it's hard. You just gotta stay the course. So yeah.
Do you have a go-to kind of meal or meals?
For me, I like chicken and fries. That's probably my go-to meal. Chicken and fries. Yeah, that's pretty much, I eat that a lot, so, yeah.
Ty Thompson kind of described you as more of like a quiet guy in the receiver room. Is that more just because maybe you're on the field and you don't want to talk as much, or are you more loud and active in the locker room?
I feel like just, I'm a kind of a guy that just kind of leads by example. I'm working on, just being more vocal because, obviously it's my second year and kind of just turning into a vet, so, yeah, definitely just got to, do that.
From outside the program, there's a lot of intrigue of what this offense will look like on Saturday. How would you describe this offense under Dillingham?
I would say it's different, just come out to the spring game and you guys will see everything, so, hell yeah.
Last year in the spring, you and Dante also had really breakout performances. You really made a name for yourself. Yeah. Are there any young guys on the team that you kind of think that might have a similar day on Saturday that you're kind of just waiting to see them get on the field?
Definitely. I definitely think Justice, since he's pretty much the only new guy we have in, definitely think Justice is going to have a good day.
Anything bigger than other than just the receiver room?
Yeah, definitely. I think Noah Whittington, new running back that just came in, he's going to do really good. Christian Gonzalez, yeah, he's definitely going to, show out. So, yeah, there's just a number of guys.
Junior Adams comes to take over the receivers after spend some time watching another Bay Area guy. What's the dynamic been like with him and your relationship working with him?
It's been cool. He's obviously been recruiting me since I was, we had a relationship since my recruitment in high school. So when he came up here, just everything came full circle. So that was pretty cool for me.
You felt like in the Alamo Bowl, you guys kind of let loose as an offense. You had that awesome touchdown grab. How do you go about carrying that momentum into spring ball in your development?
Just pretty much knowing your next step. You know, season's over. Like, obviously, you know, going into next season, I obviously have more opportunity to be on the field and stuff. So just knowing that, like, you know, you want to exceed and be successful. So, you know, I feel like just knowing that it gives you like that extra push or whatever it is.
What have you seen from Crocker? That's a guy that's been waiting his time for a long time to get his opportunities, and that was one of them. What have you just seen from him from spring ball?
I've seen just a great spring ball from Croc. You know, he's obviously an older guy, you know, a vet, so you know, he's just taking his time and just doing everything he can to show these guys, you know, he's capable of doing everything just like us. So,
what's it been like to watch the transition for Seven McGee this spring?
Oh, it's been very good. I think Seven's doing a good job with just, you know, transitioning from running back to receiver. You know, I feel like he's one of those guys where, you know, it's not that hard for him, but, you know, he just has to learn, like, you know, our rules and everything like that. But Seven's been doing a really good job. He's had a really good spring ball so far, so, you know, yeah, he's doing good.
Ty was talking a little bit about how you're locked in mentally this offseason. Was that kind of a switch for you, or is that something you're
yeah, most definitely. I feel like, you know, just being an older guy now on the team where, you know, kind of people are just, I would say, like, looking up to me or whatever the case is, you know, you kind of just got to be locked in more mentally. And like I said earlier, you know, just lead by example or whatever the case is. So I'm definitely locked in on that for sure.
It's either unique or different or similar in the roles that you're playing at receiver at the X in particular in this offense compared to the past offense? Just what's either different or similar about it?
I mean, I feel like the X position is kind of the same in every offense, you know, or if you can understand that. Yeah, I mean, obviously, like, you know, just being single-sided all the time, one-on-ones, things like that.
With that being such a big part of it, and Kenny's talking about being that much more explosive, that being a big change, you know, and really making that a point of emphasis. Obviously, every offense wants that, Troy.
Exactly.
When there is going to be turnover at quarterback, whoever ends up winning that, whoever ends up winning the various things at receiver, but you know you're going to be part of it. Do you think this is going to be that much more explosive in offense, and how big a responsibility do you feel playing that role to make that happen?
Oh yeah, I definitely feel like I have a big responsibility, you know, because the way our offense is set up, you know, we got to win our one-on-ones, and that's just how, you know, we're going to turn our plays into explosives.
What's your chemistry with?
Yeah, so yeah, we're going to turn those into explosives, and feel me, yeah. So yeah.
I was just going to ask, what's your chemistry with Bo been like, and maybe what did he do when he first got here to build a relationship with you?
Yeah, so when Bo first got here, you know, he tried to just grab up all the receivers, tight ends and stuff, and, you know, pretty much like every Thursday or just whenever we had time from, you know, outside the tutoring or just when we had stuff at the facility, he would gather us up and just, you know, want to throw and get that connection down. So we've been doing that before, like spring ball, like winter workouts and things like that. So, you know, those are one of the things he's done to, like, you know, have our chemistry together.
He's more experienced than the other quarterbacks, other small things like that you can see that he takes with the receivers in terms of building that relationship or that chemistry at all?
I would say Bo is, you know, he's obviously has experience, so, you know, he knows how to handle things. You know, he's obviously, like, you can just see the vet in him, you know, if that makes sense. So, yeah.
Speaking of experience, Chase Cota comes in and he's already got a lot of experience on his belt. What's it been like learning from him and, you know, getting to, you know, learn from some of his experience and work alongside?
Yes, for me, well, I think for everybody, it's just always good, you know, to like take advice from others, you know. And since he was new, he was taking advice from us too. So it just worked both ways, and, you know, yeah, we're just teammates, so, you know, we're gonna help each other. So yeah.
Thanks, Troy.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you.